it's Sarah. Welcome back to another video here on my channel. This morning we are going to be completely changing my entrance. The whole thing, we're taking it all down and we are starting again. I have had this entrance almost as long as I've had the island. I've tweaked it a few times. I really do like parts of it. I love the different waterscaping that I did. I don't love that little front entrance to the resident services. I'm envisioning something else that kind of connects the post office and the little secret way down to the beach better, because it just feels a little clunky over here, because these were areas that I did post the entrance. So I'm excited. I have some plans to hopefully work with a diagonal bridge. We'll see if that goes well. But we're gonna get right into it, and I'll let you guys watch as I do the very satisfying part of just taking everything down. This was so fun, even though I do love a lot of this. It was fun to just destroy it. I'm loving that part of cleaning up the island. So now you can see I am building up a huge chunk of cliffs. My initial idea was to completely like block off site of resident services with like 2-tier high cliffs and huge waterfalls. That was the plan. But I have a very tiny entrance, so it didn't work out completely the way that I wanted it to. I'm really happy with the end result, but at least my initial plannings didn't go the way that I thought they would. But I wanted to leave all this in just to show you guys the realities of terraforming, especially terraforming in a small space. For somebody that doesn't like grid plan, I know there are some creators that will just fully make like a rendering of what they're building and putting together. I don't do that. I sort of just wing it, and that works sometimes, and other times it's frustrating. And this time was definitely, it was a little frustrating, but we got there in the end, and I just wanted to show you guys the actual like real-time process of it. So don't get too attached to this set of cliffs. Alright, so this is where things got a little ridiculous in the building process. For one thing, I forgot to rope off the area, and all my villagers started coming. You can see Coco just sitting there right by the river where I need to be working. Couldn't get her to leave and ended up roping off the entire area, so that was fun. But I also could not get the bridge to work. There is such a science to bridge building, especially the diagonal ones, and there's such a specific way you have to do everything. But can you find that online? No, no, you can't. Not easily. Not from Nintendo with specific instructions. So I just messed around with this for, I'm gonna be real with you, like at least an hour. At least an hour of this build was just trying to figure out how I was gonna get a diagonal bridge to fit in this spot and make a river look nice in this area. But we did do it. We did. It took a really long time, and I did find a little, you can see I have little spots on the ground. I did find a 2x4x3 guide, and look at that. It's a beautiful, beautiful diagonal bridge. It did work out. Everything was fine. But I wanted to scream multiple times, so. Okay, now we're getting into the fun part. This is the waterscaping. I was super excited to play with this. I feel like I go on and on and on about other people's waterfalls when I'm on island tours, and I have a couple areas on my island that I like for waterscaping, but I really wanted to do something special in the entrance. So you can see I did end up putting rope down just so my villagers couldn't get into this area. Pro tip, guys, if you need them not to come in, just freaking rope the area off because then they can't get to you and it's fine. So this is me just building up all of these cliffs. I ended up moving the double layer to the other side, across from the water or across from the bridge instead of right in front of it like I initially planned, and I still really like the way it looks. I think it takes away I think having the plaza area be a little bit more secluded makes more sense than the post office and stuff, because you're supposed to theoretically like go there first, so I didn't want to like close that off anymore, and now you can kind of go through resident services to get to the plaza instead of just showing up in town, which I like. I think it's better that way. So yeah, this is me just waterscaping. If you guys enjoy that, I did leave this in just to show you the intricacies of waterscaping. It does take a while, but I feel like it's so worth it. I love being able to do, like you can see I'm building this up a little bit more just to make it a little bigger. I love the way the waterfalls ended up looking in this. I was super proud of them. So I hope you guys enjoy. All right, so now we're laying down the pathing. I am just in love with this whole area. It really started coming together once I started laying the codes down and I could see where the walk path was going to be. That kind of delineated like where I was going to end up putting things down and all of that. So I'm back using this path. I think I've done a build with it already, so you guys knew that. But yeah, we're working with this path again. This is my favorite version of the path completely. I just love it. I think it's so pretty and it's perfect. I had a brick one for a little while that I did like, but I ended up doing the plaza area with that new brown brick, which I don't think I've talked about yet. So you guys kind of saw a sneak peek of the new plaza updates, and that brick pathing is one of them. It's just a single code, but it's really pretty. I'm gonna get to use these, the party lights. I love it. Oh my god. I hope you guys enjoy this update because it's so different from how it was, but I think it looks so cool. And I got to use so many of the items that I've been talking about using that I didn't really know where to put, and I'm so happy with the way it turned out. So I hope you enjoy watching me decorate now, because this is kind of the best part, in my opinion. Alright, not gonna lie, this top section up here took a little while. Could not figure out. I could basically put down like 4 different things, or 5 different things, I guess, around the edge of this beautiful little waterfall. And I wanted the waterfall to have rounded edges, because of course I did. And it took a long time. So I did cut it, so you guys didn't have to witness how ridiculous it was. But we got there in the end, and I'm happy with the way it looks. Oh my gosh. Okay, we've reached final touches. I hope you guys like the way this looks. I'm so freaking happy with it. I did get stuck. I did have to call resident services again. We don't need to talk about that, honestly. It's okay. But then I time traveled and got it. Yeah, there we go. I'm leaving with resident services. I time traveled. I put us back in, or I guess I went forward to late November, my favorite time of day, which is around like 6 o'clock at this point in the game because the days are getting longer or shorter. And just what can you even? The glowing moss in fall looks so good with the different candle items. That waterscaping, I'm so proud. Again, I never really feel good about doing upper tier decorating. I am obsessed. I think this freaking diagonal bridge right there, just right there. Oh my god, I'm so happy. I love the way this looks. Don't mind Wolfgang in the background trying to escape. Oh gosh, the colors of this time of year too. That's why there was quite a bit of orange going on while we were building, and I did add the pops of blue and purple because I think they look really good, especially on fall islands. And I think in this, like, the winter time and stuff, I still liked the way everything looked with the different, like, snow on the bushes and stuff like that, but this is a fall island, and this was so validating to see it in this time of year. Oh, I think it looks so good. This path right here takes you down to that little secret beach, like, cabana area, and then if you go up, you'll hit the post office, and if you cut to the left, you're right here at resident services. I still wish we could decorate the plaza at least a little bit, but I get why we can't and stuff, but I don't know. And then if you keep going to the left from there, you'll end up at the town, which I just think makes so much more sense now. It's definitely more easy to walk around. I don't know. My partner's probably going to think cutting across the island now is a bit harder, but that's okay. I think it looks good. And I'm happy with it. If you guys enjoyed, please go ahead and give the video a like and consider subscribing to the channel. I'm here almost every Monday and Friday. Missed a couple days last week because I was sick, but we typically do tours on Fridays and builds on Mondays. We're mixing it up this week a little bit. But yeah, I hope to see you guys around, and I hope you're doing good. Have a good one. Bye!